So you can't control. We all have demons, all right, and we all want to be in control of our demons. But a lot of us, how we go about controlling our demons is in direct opposition of what we're trying to do. It's going to work directly against us. Because what we do is we misuse force. We externalize force and project it towards someone else, whoever it is that's opposing us. Right? Instead of internalizing it, because that's where our power lies. We, people, dark people, dark people, dark people. Our power lies within. And because we are dark, we can easily access that power. It is easier for us to access that power because of the corresponding elements. Dark people, we're internalizing, we're going into the dark, and we're meditating, or we're contemplating deeply. We have the ability to go deep within and uncover secrets, ancient secrets. When we go deep within, we're also traveling deep or far back. You understand? We're traveling far back, and it's like we're accessing records, and we're looking for information or things, tools that we can use or that's going to be helpful on our path. That's what we do when we internalize force. Not only that, we're calling up some very powerful deities when we internalize force. We're calling up OGUNs. We're calling up OGUNs. And when OGUN responds, he's going to come and he's going to respond with destruction. Trust me. If it's a situation where you got to use force, you will want to call up OGUN. Internalize that force. That's what you do. Don't suppress anger. Internalize it. Send it out from within. Send it out from within. And watch. Your problem will come to an end. Whoever it is that's fucking with you, they will stop. But this is easier said than done because it requires a lot of self-discipline. And it requires you to work intimately with that specific deity. OGUN is a deity, very powerful force. The most effective way to project energy is from within. OGUN is an easy energy to talk about because we see OGUN, we interact with OGUN all day, every day. Alright? And we're just not aware. And we're not aware of the presence. If you live near train tracks or train stations and trains or railroad, whenever you hear them trains go across that track, you think of OGUN. Because OGUN govern the spikes that hold them tracks together. The hammer that pounds it in, those spikes in. And the man that's doing that pounding, hammering those spikes in, that's OGUN. He's pounding them spikes, that's OGUN. So that's a representation of OGUN's strength, his force. When you see people fighting, that's OGUN. You see people running, racing, competitions, that's OGUN. That's OGUN. War, OGUN. Strife. Opposition. You know, just the use of force. But there is a certain way to use force. There is a certain way to use force. In other words, be careful when you are working with OGUN, alright? And if you don't know what you're dealing with, you need to go to someone who has experience working with OGUN before you try to invoke him in your life. Now, he is generally invoked when there is a problem in your life, and you need to go beyond that problem. He's also invoked when there's a need for aggressive protection, or you need protection from aggressive forces. If you're under attack, if you're under spiritual attack, or if you are being threatened physically, even if it's an illness, an aggressive illness that you're dealing with, you want to call OGUN for that. Just any type of attack that is unknown. And it's aggressive. Those type of attacks where if you're not aware and you're not paying attention to your energy, you may respond impulsively and get yourself in trouble, or even worse, killed. OGUN will fight for you if you are in harmony with his energy, if you're harmonizing with him, okay? But if you're not in harmony, with him, he's not going to fight for you. And if you invoke him, right, and you're not in harmony with his energy, you will very well be under attack yourself. You will find yourself under attack yourself. That's why I say make sure you know what you're doing when you're dealing with deity. Respect is of the utmost. And you respect deity by learning about deity and learning about its characteristics, which is very important because that helps you identify when they manifest in your life. It helps you to identify them, their presence, and you're like, oh, okay, that's an OGUN right there. Because once you're able to identify their energy in your life, at that point, right, at that point, you are in control. Because you know how this energy behaves, all right? So you know what to expect from it. So you automatically take on its characteristic as well. And when you take on its characteristic, you are showing it respect, and you are also making it known. You are letting them know that I am aware of your presence here. And everything will be just like smooth and harmonious, all right? And he usually don't stay long, but when he comes with force. But when he leaves you with a gift. And it's usually a gift of strength. And something that's going to revive you and make you feel alive and you feel confident, you know. Yeah. OGGUN's nature is fiery, but he's also watery. He's also earthly, and he's also airy. He has all four sides, but most people only recognize OGGUN in his fiery nature. It's good to recognize him though in all of them, all of his angles. It's like if you're in a situation where you shouldn't be using force, but you are using force. It's like, and you're driven to just keep pushing, and no matter how hard you push, it's like you're not getting anywhere. That's OGGUN right there. OGGUN is right there in front of you, stopping you. He's like, no, you're not going this way. This is not the way, and I'm going to show you. And it's like, no matter how hard you push and you try all types of things, the one thing you do get out of it, though, by trying all of those things, is that you add to your creativity. So you increase your creativity, because and not only that, so that's the fire side of him. Not only that, you also increase your intellect. You strengthen your intellect, and that's the airy side of him. So you become more clever, that's the airy side, and then you become more creative, and that's his fiery side, his passionate side. So he helps you in those areas too. So he gives you gifts, you know, and you're continuing to push, and you're trying to get past, and you're trying to, you know, defeat and win, and you just can't do it, you know, because he's telling you this is not the way, young blood. Little youngster, this ain't the way. You understand? I don't care how hard you fight me, you are not going to fucking win. So at some point you give up. At some point you give up, or it ends, or it just the struggle, it just comes to an end. And if you struggled in accordance, if you struggled, if you imitated OGGUN and you use his energy the right way, then you're going to come out on top. You're going to see an increase, trust me, an increase in strength. You're going to come out much stronger than what you were when you went in before you started fighting that brother. I tell you that. Yes, man. Yes. Very powerful, powerful. I work with a lot of OGGUNs. I have them all around me, all around my house and everything. Yes. Yes. And I don't play with them. I give them full respect. Full respect. They manifest through people in my life. They manifest through people in my life. Yeah. People I come in contact with, and I start talking to them, and right away I know, I say, this is an OGGUN energy coming through them to me. So OGGUN energy. So right away I already know how to deal with them. See, because the most effective way to work with deity is to become aware of them, to know them. And they don't want you to be fearful, and they want you to take risks. They want you to, to have courage when you're working with them, That's what they want you to have when you come to them. You can't be afraid. when you're working on that side of the world. You can't be afraid. You have to be open to receive and to learn. And they give you shit to take back with you, so that way you can share with everybody else. And that's what I'm here doing. And they want me to talk about them, but I've really just been kind of like holding back. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start. They just keep pushing me. They want me to talk about them. And what I'm telling y'all is how I experienced them in my life, all right? All right? They manifest in everybody's life different. It all depends on your past, what you're going through, what you're destined for, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that play an important part in how they manifest in your life and how they help you overcome. But the main thing that you have to stay aware of is that if you are dealing with OGUN, for example, his main characteristic is force and strength. There are so many others, but force and strength are the main characteristics. He can't get along with nobody. It's really hard for him to get along with anybody. This is a man that's hard, but he's not only masculine, he's also feminine. In order for him to exist in the world, he has to be both. Alright? But he's really hard to get along with, you know. He sends out, he even attacks the psyche. He attacks the psyche. Whether he means to do it or not, you know, he's the type of person that you'll come around and you feel like, yo, this dude do not like me. And really, he does like you. He might like you a whole lot. But it's just that his energy, you know, he sends out vibrations that make you feel like he don't fucking like you. That's that Oya energy right there. Oya's one mean ass bitch. We're going to talk about her. Yes, because, hey, relax. Because they are very close in nature, Oya and OGUN. And that's why they are said to be husband and wife. That's why they're said to be husband and wife. In some stories I heard brother and sister, but I'm more familiar with husband and wife. OGUN will either give you strength or he will take vitality from you and leave your ass feeling weak and drained and tired all the damn time. Because you keep fighting him. He wants you to fight with him. He doesn't want you to fight him. You have to fight with him against a common enemy that you guys share, which is usually something that is within you. It may be the way that you're looking at things, which is your perception. You know, he's probably wanting you to fight to change that. You know, the way that you emote, which means that the way that you use your emotions, the way that you think about something, you know, a behavior. So that's what he's wanting you to fight to do. He's wanting you to fight to change that within yourself first, because that is the pathway to change, to success, is change, you know. That is the pathway to success, change. Because once you change yourself, you alter yourself as a person, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying make yourself good or make yourself bad. I'm saying just change. It depends on what it is. You have to change in order to achieve whatever goal that you're trying to achieve in the world. So that means that you're going to be required to let some things go, which is going to require you to change. You understand? So OGUN is going to help you achieve your goals by defending you, by protecting you, you understand? Teaching you how to effectively use force in a way that is going to give back to you or make you greater, you understand? He's going to teach you how to do all of that, how to stand on your own. But you have to fight with him to clean yourself up. You understand? To change first. Because it's like a give and take type of thing. You call him, you want something from him, he wants something from you, and he wants you to change. He wants you to give up outdated behavior. Outdated, coping mechanisms that do not work for you. He wants you to become aware of him. He wants you to acknowledge him, and he will help you grow. Give and take, give and take. Sacrifice. Another way of sacrificing. There's more than one way of sacrificing. And whichever way you choose, if it works for you, then it is a sacrifice. That's the only way that I can define it. If it works for you, then it's a sacrifice. We weren't put here to follow everyone else's tradition. Believe it or not, you have your own tradition. It's within your DNA. And you just have to awaken to it.